Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I've been talking a little bit about my article. I'm going to go into a little more into that about the Donald Trump thing. I'm going to talk to Sigmund about it. But before I do that, I do want to mention some of the great people that make this show possible. And we're really grateful for Brilliant Energy. The show brought to you in part by them. And of course, our good friend over there, Doug Williamson, CPA. These are all excellent folks who make a big difference in the lives of others and particularly in the lives of our audience by being a part of this program. But I wrote about, and they didn't feature it. You know, they posted it, but they didn't feature it. I was a little concerned that they wouldn't feature it because I think that there's a lot at stake for the left when it comes to PC staying strong and healthy and robust. And I don't think it is. I think PC is in trouble.
Yeah, well, I hope so. It's the worst thing about this country is that we're going towards, political correctness and I don't know how you can say that it's going away from it when it seems to be raging right now with the Confederate flag being taken down everywhere to the point that even at national monuments, they're not displaying anything having to do with the Confederate flag. Even at a Civil War monument, at Fort Sumter, where the Civil War started, and they took down the Confederate flags there. That's insane. Yeah. And that's a good insidious
radical leftist technique you use to debate me. Because I didn't say anything about it being in decline. I just think it's in trouble. I said it's in trouble.
Okay, I thought you said that we're going away from it.
No. I said the PC movement is in trouble. And the reason why, people are sick of it. People are tired of having to deal with everything with kid gloves. Yeah. Like all of a sudden, 18-year-olds who used to be potty mouths, and used to cut loose, we have to deal with them gingerly like they're geriatrics. Or we're going to offend them. We're going to hurt their feelings to such a point that the Chris Rocks and the Seinfelds aren't even performing in front of them. And those guys, by the way, are both hardcore leftists. I personally think that the future comedian is going to be libertarian, not leftist.
Well, but who's going to listen to them? If the namby-pamby college kids can't hack hearing stuff that you think they were offended by Chris Rock and Jerry Seinfeld. Imagine what it would be like if George Carlin were still alive on campus. Yeah. A true libertarian who had no interest in either political party. He just wanted to be able to say what he wanted to say without being shut down or shut up. And all that it seems that the supposed higher education institutions are interested in doing right now is shutting down and shutting up opposing views.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's entirely true. I mean, maybe on a large scale, but I'm hearing professors and executive people in universities expressing alarm over students rebelling over their choices of speakers for commencements. It's like, you know what? How do you become intellectually curious? How do you maintain an intellectually free society when you won't even hear different voices?
It's because they're know-it-alls. They think they know everything, Kevin. They have no interest in learning. They are only interested in being activists. There's no education at this point. It's activism. And if the people who are being invited to speak, whether it be a commencement address or just a general address to the college, if those people are not deemed to be in line with what the pervasive ideology is at that college, so you're talking about like a liberal arts college that's going to be leftist, well, guess what? They don't want to hear it. And they shut them down. And it's pretty ridiculous. And that needs to stop.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think there's no question about that.
That's mob rule of a really bad sort.
And that's what we have. We have mob rule, and it's
ignorant, uneducated mob rule.
It is, and the thing about it is that it'd be nice if we could just say, "Man, I really hate that person's opinion." But there was a time in this country where we hated people's opinions,
but we'd still listen
to them. But we allowed them to have those opinions. And we didn't marginalize them, we didn't disparage them, we didn't make them into evil, and we didn't try to cripple them financially like we do now.
I blame the hippies in the 1960s.
There you go. All right, when we come back, more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdatareview.com, and this is The Price of Business.